Okay, so that's me, really. And I want to imagine that guy sitting in his mom's Ford Aerostar van where his siblings are impatiently waiting for him to get out of the car. And his mom is lovingly looking at him like, what are you doing to get out of the car? Because he's looking at a field that he's been to 1,000 times before, but this time it's to make a team that he will make, but he's froze. He doesn't want to move. And I was scared because those dudes were like big. Todd Maines had a beard. Okay, and I was 13. My mom said, okay, Craig, first step outside the car and look for it. Okay, Mom, I'll do that, I look for it. Okay, she goes, you are meant to be here. You are as good or better than anyone here, and you're gonna show them that today. And I said, okay, Mom, maybe. She said, okay, one more thing. Craig, step outside further. Yeah, look at me. Yeah, okay, Mom. Okay, I'll be back in 2 hours, good luck. She took off. That's real, Mom. You don't say it's not real. All right, so the greatest truths are usually the easiest answers. I knew I could play baseball. I was actually quite good at it, but I needed that little bit of push to get out the door. It was recognition that drove me, that made me trust. And this is what I study my life around now. Why recognition, appreciation can change the workplace forever. But that's not the question I ask myself today. The question I'm asking myself as I wait for the slide to change is this. And my God, it rendered terribly. That isn't my typing. But it's why hasn't recognition already worked? Why? And so what I want to talk about real quickly are some things that will tell you maybe why. But let's start with stats. There's a study done in the UK with employees who received recognition from their managers, and they were asked to put a dollar amount on it. They told them it was worth $5,000. And Gallup and others now show that on exit surveys, the one thing that employees ask for, they wish they had more of, was appreciation. And that matters, because it's actually quite easy. We see all the time, it takes 33 seconds to recognize someone, and impact is real. Almost 7 hours. So let's talk about why it isn't happening. But first, let's do a study. Dan O'Reilly did one where he used pizza, and we were gonna have 3 groups: pizza group, money group, and a recognition group. We're all gonna do jobs, but which one do you think is gonna win?
Pizza.
Most groups that I tell this to say money, overwhelmingly. I do this all the time, and they always raise their hand, money, money. Now, this slide right here on the right is the money group. That number is actually a downturn in turnover. Pizza won every time, 6.7%, and right next to, I know I'm a Casey's Pizza fan, it's amazing, okay? But here's the deal. Dr. O'Reilly talks about we have an outside-in perspective for most of our problems. We usually sit in meetings and we come up with ideas and we go, yes, I know how these employees react. They're here for money, so it'll only take more money to make them work harder. But in fact, that's not true. And it's rooted in tonight. Now, I love everybody. Jason, you're like really good, dude. But what I'm going to talk about is something that's very simple. It's that you have to do the work. You have to put it into action. And so another study. Dr. O'Reilly did another one where he had 2 groups of gym goers. One group was an hour outside to go to the gym. The other was sweating already into it. And he asked them, why are you going? Why did you show up? Well, group 1 said, I want to get them Instagram likes. I want to look good in a swimsuit. Group 2 said, I want to feel better. I want to be happy. And that's exactly what it does. When we look at problems from the outside in, we create ideas that are usually based on rationale that aren't our own. So when we do this as leaders, we paralyze ourselves. See, micro machines. And so in the end, recognition is an incredibly powerful motivator of people. I see it every single day, but there are some keys to making it work for you. The first one is make it timely. If you have a chance, there's someone who you wanted to recognize today or yesterday, do it tomorrow. Don't wait. Not only will it catalyze the behavior they did, but it'll make it worth it for them. The second one is make it meaningful. Now, it takes vulnerability. You gotta be willing to go up to the person and say it, but make it personal. Make it something about them, what they think, the strength they bring to the team. The last one is social. Meetings. Wherever you collaborate with your teams, tell them then, okay? And if you're lucky enough to have a big room or a group of people like this on a night like tonight, maybe you do it then, which reminds me of my last rule. Once that slide moves. Better late than never. So, Mom, you need to stand up. Yeah. Mom, you gotta go, because I got 15 seconds. Thank you. I wouldn't have got out of that car if you didn't tell me to get out of the car and that I could do it. And by the way, they wouldn't have got to hear me do this tonight. So thank you. And everybody, do it. Just do it. Start tomorrow, do it. Love to hear the stories. Thank you so much.